and welcome to Chatting with Chloe. I am so excited for this episode because we have an awesome guest. He's actually one of my great friends, so let's bring up Jalen.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
I hope you
How are
guys are
you
having a
doing?
wonderful day. Pretty good. I'm actually doing pretty good.
That's good. Okay. So before I start off all my interviews, I like to play a game called Would You Rather. Have you ever played before?
A little bit. I'm familiar with it.
Okay. Well, for everybody who's just heard of the game, Would You Rather is a game where you have the question, Would you rather? And you have two options to choose from. So, our first Would You Rather is if you were a screen character in real life, would you rather be James Bond or would you rather be Doctor Who?
Hmm. I have little knowledge on both of those people. Um, Probably James Bond.
Mm. Yeah, so 67% said be James Bond and 33% said be Doctor Who. I think I would be Doctor Who because I believe he can travel through the future and the past. I believe that he's able to do. He's able to time travel. I as well have very little knowledge on them, but from what I think that's what it is. So I hope. So our second would you rather is would you rather be Wilma Flintstone from the Flintstones or be Velma from Scooby Doo's Mystery Gang?
Velma.
Ooh, 72% said be Velma from Scooby Doo Mystery Gang, and 28% said be Wilma from the Flintstones. I think I would be Velma too. I think she's a pretty cool gal. She's pretty smart and she works for the Scooby Doo gang. Like, who doesn't want to work with the Scooby Doo
Yeah.
gang? So let's go on to our third would you rather. Let's see. Okay. Um, let's see. Okay. So would you rather have no tongue or would you rather have no teeth?
Hmm. No teeth. I would like to
Ah,
taste my food.
I guess that would make sense. Let's see. 63% said have no teeth, and 37% said have no tongue. I think I would do the same thing because you can't talk without your tongue. So I would just be like blah 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 blah. Like I wouldn't be able to talk. So since I wouldn't be able to talk, I don't think I would do that. Um, but yeah, I don't. And then also, if I were to have no teeth, I can just get dentures. And so if I were to get dentures, it'll just make life easier. All right, let's go into the interview. So, Jalen, we are close and we know each other, but I know everybody else probably doesn't know who you are. So, can you please tell everyone about your business?
Jalen's Bakery is a business founded by myself and my mom when I was just 8 years old. Um, I was baking at a young age, since 6 years old, and I found that pretty interesting. I found it fun. So I practiced and practiced, and then I wanted to make money off of it. And I also wanted to what? Put smiles on other people's faces. And yeah, it just became a lifestyle.
That is awesome. I think it's crazy that you started baking at 6. Like, wow. And then you actually wanted to do something and actually start a business at the age of 8. That's awesome. But me and Jalen, how we met is we first met at the GoFundMe Heroes Awards in San Francisco years ago. We were the first kids to get an award. So, what was your most memorable moment at that event or about that event?
We met the owner, I believe, and a long time ago when we were taking pictures a long time ago for people, and then we were charging them $5 each for each picture, and then offer them a free hug afterwards. That was the golden moment right there.
Yeah, that was pretty. Yeah, right when you started saying stuff about people taking pictures, I immediately knew what story you were going to tell. But yeah, that
Yeah.
would probably be one of my most memorable moments with you as well at that event. And on a different note, you have some amazing cookies. I have had the opportunity to taste them. They are probably some of the most delicious cookies I have ever had. So I know that you said when you started baking when you were 6, but like, what really got you into baking?
I saw my mom do it, and she helped me on making. At first, we weren't making cookies. We were making sweet potato pie, and that was really good. So I wanted to expand on that. When I was little, I
Oh,
just thought it was so good.
that is awesome. And you initially started your business to buy a house for your mom. Are you still saving money for that?
Yes, I am. Yes, definitely.
Okay. Well, I love that you actually started a business and you started to actually want to make profit just so you could buy a home for your mom. That is amazing. But since your mom was the reason why you started baking and cooking, what is one of the things that you love to bake, or what is your favorite thing to bake or cook?
Chocolate chip cookies. We at
Oh,
first it was regular chocolate chip cookies, but now we went on the vegan side of baking. So vegan chocolate chip cookies. Those are the best vegan chocolate chip cookies I have ever tasted in my whole entire life. Probably
I
ever will
yeah,
be. Yeah.
yes, I can vouch for that. Those are amazing. I remember when I had went out there to a packing party with you, I had to take some cookies home. Like, they were so good. I'm gonna have to get some more cookies, and I'll have to talk to you after this call about those, about getting some more of those cookies. Um, and I know you are or are you interested in going into culinary arts? And if so, which one?
Hmm. I'm not sure about that, but I
Yeah,
mean, I can anytime.
yeah,
I'll have to think more about
and
that one.
yeah, and I feel like it's still something that you would probably be thinking about because you have a baking business, and uh it could be something that you could go into, and there's other things you could do. But speaking of other things that you do, like outside of having a baking business, you actually teach young people business skills. Can you tell me about that?
Well, we recently just started getting teens. Well, not recently. We've been doing this a long time. Probably not a long, long time. We've been doing this for a decent amount of time. We were getting teams to help us with the bakery and tower blends and things like that. And we were just gathering a whole bunch of teams to help us. We wanted our primary focus was to get teens jobs and so they can help their families. That's our focus right
That's awesome. I love that you're giving teens jobs to help their families, and I think that's always an awesome thing to do. And do you have any advice for other young people that want to start a bakery business?
now. When times get tough, you have to keep on pushing. That times got very tough before. We 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 just had to keep on pushing. You just have to keep on going. When everything seemed to get hard, just give up. Don't give up. That's not the thing to do. Because
Yeah,
if you give up and start something else, you might things are always going to get hard wherever you do. Um, yeah, things are just going to get hard. Just don't give up. Follow your dreams.
yeah, yeah. My mom, she always tells me, especially when things get hard, is that the hardest, whenever it's the hardest, it's the end of the race. Or you're getting close to the end. Like she said, it's like when you're running a race. Like it's always the hardest, and you always want to give up like right when you can see the finish line, you know. So she always just says, "Don't give up," because when it's the hardest, the end is always near, or just the finish line is always near. Um, and who do you look up to in the industry of cooking and baking?
Cooking and baking. Rachel Ray.
Ooh.
Rachel Ray, most definitely. She's talented. Um, I watch many bake shows. Netflix has a really good selection of bake shows and challenges and things like that. But personally, um, if I had to choose, well, the shows, Def Goldman, um, him too. He's pretty good. Rachel Ray and Def Goldman. Yes, definitely.
Okay. And I do watch baking shows, and I love how Netflix has been doing like these crazy like baking challenges type shows. So, is there anything you would want to make that's kind of like crazy or something that you've seen on any of those shows?
Man, probably. You know those statues think people make of just cake? Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy. I wish I could do that. I'll have to
Oh, like
practice more.
giant,
Yeah,
those giant cakes. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, those are really cool. I think one thing if I could bake, I would want to make one of those little smash things, and it's like a like chocolate, and you smash it, and then there's cake inside.
Oh yeah.
And so I think if I could bake, I would do that, but I cannot. Uh, um, so I know that since you do a lot of baking, I would like to know: do you want to have your own bakery or even like a food truck?
Yes, actually, that's a pretty good idea. We see many food trucks. We think it's really cool to have a food truck. We have friends that have food trucks too. Um, but having a food truck is a really good way to get your cookies out there, get people to buy them, get people to taste them. Because you could just drive around anywhere basically. Um, People will see your sign, they'll want to call for some cookies, and I think a food truck is really good. Yes, we'll have to look into that.
Yeah, I think that's awesome that you would want to have a food truck. And with your work, I know that you have to, there's always something that needs to inspire you to keep on going or just to keep on doing what you're doing. So I want to know what inspires you.
What inspires me to keep on baking? Honestly, it's just when I think of baking, I think of the smiles that I can put on people's face. I think of the teenagers that are happy to feed their families and provide for people that they love. Close people too. Um, I just think of the people that you know that helped me. My mom, most definitely, she motivated me to keep on baking. And yeah, those are. I just can't imagine what I would do without my mom. Honestly.
I think I would feel the same way. I don't think I could do what I do without my mom. She is who inspires me and my motivation. And I like to call her my travel buddy because she takes me everywhere, travels everywhere with me. Since I can't drive actually. And I can't really drive. I mean, like, I can't drive and I can't go certain places and I can't do things. And I don't think I would be able to do what I do without her. Um, but on another note, um, I would like to know what is your dream job?
My dream job. I would I would try to explore as many jobs as I can, get into like at least 3 different jobs to see what I like. Probably. Well, recently I have been thinking I started a YouTube channel about a month ago, I should say. Um, that one's gaming. I want to do a bakery. I'm planning on having that as a extra way of income. Um, and my primary focus could be like creating an app or like creating something of my own that I can do. Um, I just want to have my own brand. Jones Bakery is a brand in itself, but another brand as well.
Yeah, which I think is really cool. And with your cookies, I know that your cookies are in some stores. Can you tell me where and what was the process, or what was the process like getting them into them?
Well, we have we have we have two stores. We have some food trucks. Um, we have some just stores and food trucks actually. Um, the process, well, the process was friendship actually, basically. Um, we it's a long story sort of, but we just kind of rolled with it. Our friendship, uh, people talking to other people, um, people people basically talking to other people about our business, basically.
Okay. And you also do some philanthropy work. You collect jackets during the winter time. Can you tell me who those jackets go to and how you got started?
Well, a long time ago, about maybe 3 years ago, I think I thought of people. They were homeless people. Um, they had families as well. They well, we wanted to give jackets. First, we started off 100 jackets. Then we went another 100 and another 100. Each year. We just gave out jackets to homeless people. Our focus was we wanted to help them, and it was really it put joy in our hearts. We saw the smile on their face. I was happy because they were happy, and I was happy that I did good. I knew I went to sleep smiling because I knew that I did good that day.
That's awesome, and I love that you were able to do that. And when it comes to, doing philanthropy work and doing and baking and everything, I feel like we all want to the world to remember us as something, whether it was an amazing baker or someone who started their own business, like those type of things. So I want to know, what do you want to be remembered by?
I want to be remembered as a person that loved helping people, a person that was selfless, was kind, um, did whatever it took to overcome obstacles. I just really wanted to be remembered as like a really a good person in general.
And I think you've already accomplished that, Jalen. And you are an awesome person. And lastly,
Thank you.
what is your all-time favorite dessert, and where can we find you on social media?
All time favorite dessert: chocolate chip cookies, vegan. It has to be. On social media, you can find me at Jalen's Bakery on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Facebook at Jalen's Bakery. And yeah,
Well, thank you, Jalen, for joining us today. I had so much fun talking to you.
same. Thank you for having me
Okay.
on your show.
Yes, no problem. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Everyone, wasn't isn't Jalen awesome? Like, that's awesome, everything that he does. He has cookies, he donates jackets during the winter time. I would say to everyone, make sure to go follow Jalen and get some of some vegan chocolate chip cookies. I'm telling you now, you will thank me later. But thank you everybody for joining us. I had so much fun talking to Jalen, and thank you, Jalen, for joining us, for talking with me today. I will see you all next week. Bye.